You mentioned that New York State is on the verge of fiscal insolvency. Unfunded mandates from the federal government are an increasing cause of that. Now that the Senate health care reform bill passed, we're going to possibly get the death blow. I'm just curious, after you become governor, would you be willing to use the 10th Amendment and have the Attorney General be willing to side with the other states? To go along with it complacently because it was the law of the land?
Well, you have to follow the law, but it doesn't mean you can't change the law within the legal system. And I would support this law being changed, and let me tell you why. This law is going to hurt New York State. The mandate point that you mentioned is a very important one, and it was kind of hidden in all the conversation out there. One of the ways that they get more people insured is they increase the number of people who will now go on the Medicaid rolls. And who picks up that tab? It's going to be the state and the local property taxpayer who are picking up that tab. It's estimated there will be 600,000+ new people onto those rolls that the federal government pays for a year or two and then lops it on to the states that already are bare in the cupboard. So this is a real problem. By the way, through all that debate, the elephant in the room that was never talked about was tort reform. Are you telling me that you're going to have a health care reform and you don't even mention tort reform? Come on. There's one more?
Hi everyone, Steve Morris from the Nassau Queens 912 group.
Good to see you.
Obviously, I've followed your career all along, and I'm so satisfied with your credentials financially to possibly save this state. My question is, I feel the only way we can lose this election is if we shoot ourselves in the foot, in that we have so many Tea Party groups now, so many different conservatives, Republicans, upstate, downstate, east on Long Island, Queens, North Shore. Could you say a few words to the groups here to explain how we have to all stand together and support all of our candidates, because you're going to be maybe at the top of the ticket?
Thank you. It's a great question, because in this movement it's a movement fueled by idealism here. And it's gratifying to the extent that you're getting involved and you feel you're making a change. And you are making a change by raising the level of discourse and focusing attention on these issues that would otherwise be swept under the rug. But let's not forget that there's room for practicality here and getting an end result. Because ultimately what we want to do is effectuate change. And you have to have both the ideals and the practical means by which to effectuate those ideals. And the only way that happens is with a sense of unity, organization, and a plan. The surest way to lose is to splinter. There has to be organization, there has to be coordination. Because if there's 5 different groups within this movement that are going in 5 different ways, you've split that whole mass of voting public that would naturally be on your side into 5 different splinter groups, and the other side stays whole and clobbers you. So you're putting all this work in, and thanks for that lead-in. It was a very important question. The ideals are absolutely important, but there also has to be the plan to win, to organize. And if you're organized sufficiently, you have the power to really influence what other parties do, because they don't want to be splintered either. So if you're first out of the block and you say, this is the guy that we believe in, the others can't ignore that, or they're going to be splintered, and then the folks that you don't want to win are going to win this election. So let's band together. Let's go for that candidate you think has the best opportunity to change this state once and for all, and let's win this thing in November. Thank you all very much. Got to go. Thanks.